What I'll also tell you is that Agent Mulder has developed a consuming devotion to an unassigned project outside the Bureau mainstream. Are you familiar with the so-called X-Files?
Welcome everybody to the Dark Talk Files. I am your host Dan, and I'm joined by my FBI bro Paul. How's it going, Paul?
Hey Dan, not bad thanks. How are you? Why are you talking like that?
Told you, I'm practicing my sexy radio voice.
Oh, okay.
Are you okay?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Good.
Only good? I said I'm great and you're only good. Are you saying that this experience is more valuable to me than it is to you?
Yeah.
I'm only two. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready to, like I said, ready to bend some genders. So, should we get into the episode?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, cold open to an eye in a nightclub having a mad old time. Did you recognise the sound effect from the opening right at the beginning?
No, I can't remember it.
It is one of the jump scare sounds from Halloween.
Is it?
Yeah, you're going to go back and listen to it now, aren't you?
Fucking hell. You know I am. You know I've got it right here ready. Let's have a listen. Really?
Yeah.
It just sounded like...
No, it's from Halloween 2, I think. I'm not sure. It's definitely from a Halloween film. So we are at this nightclub and we meet this handsome-looking 90s curtains haircut dude who gets picked up at the pinball machine by a chick who touches him on the... She just touches him on the hand and they go back to his place for a bang where she gives him the best fuck of his life. He's like, whoa my god, I've never been ridden like that in all my life.
He's a cowboy.
She walks off into the bathroom and she stares at him from the shadows while he chokes to death on nothing. I mean, he just dies.
That's how good it was. It was death by snoo.
Death by snoo. The woman takes her clothes off, and when the camera tracks back up to her, we see that she is now transformed into a male. So there's your cold open for this week. A serial killer that fucks their victims to death and can also change gender or sex at will. I don't know which is the correct term for that. One of them.
Gender. Well, they're both the same thing, aren't they?
I think there is some minute difference, but we'll just say gender for this episode because the episode is called Gender Bender.
Well, I don't think we have to be too careful because it's a supernatural fucking shapeshifter. It doesn't really. This isn't like real life people.
Yeah, it's not a
gender.
Anyway, Mulder and Scully are at the crime scene because, of course, Mulder has found a pattern which matches this crime. 5 other people have died in the same way because they've overdosed on pheromones, which makes the victims go into anaphylactic shock. Basically, this killer is fucking their victims to death.
Yeah.
And is also irresistible as well. Everyone wants to bang them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So Mulder traces the killer to an Amish-style religious group called the Kindred, which are basically the cult from The Endless. I love that film.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Except they're all dressed like The Undertaker.
Do you know what? I thought they reminded me a lot of the Strangers from Dark City.
Yeah.
Especially with a scene that we'll talk about soon, where they're in the woods and they all just sort of appear. I was like, ooh,
yeah. I quite like this. Yeah, so they're like a Quaker Amish society that don't believe in technology. So Mulder and Scully travel to their settlement, and we get quite a nice look at Middle America. I love these like towns. What do you think?
Well, when they arrive, I was like, what is this fucking Colwyn Bay ass looking town? They got like random shops like that sell like brushes and like shite that no one's gonna buy. Fucking trinkets and just bollock. I remember I used to go to Colwyn Bay a lot in the 90s because my grandma lived there, and the streets were just lined with shops like this that just sold fuck all. And actually, I did one time nearly buy this toy because my mum used to get me a toy every time we went. So we used to go like once a month. And I found this toy, right? He had rollerblades and he looked a bit like someone from like Tron with like a helmet and like a blue suit. And my mum had already bought me a toy from the shop before. And I learned a very valuable lesson that day. I was about 6, maybe a bit younger. I wanted this toy so much, I thought that if I screamed my head off and cried and shouted, she would give in and buy it to me. And I remember, like, on the floor, hitting my hands on the floor, And my mum just stood there staring at me, and she was like, no. Because my mum was like usually the one who, my dad was like the calm one who just stared at me and I would do anything he said. My mum was just like, no. And after about 20 minutes of doing this, I got up and I was like, wow, that didn't fucking work. And from then on, in my whole life, I have never had a hissy fit over anything like that. I sort of learned that day. And from then on, I was just like a really calm kid because I just learned that it doesn't work. So
how old were you when this happened? What, 17?
I was 27. I was about 6, I would say. Probably 5 or 6. But I didn't plan on telling that story. But it does look like Colwyn Bay. There you go. Just like in the last episode.
Yeah, all these little bric-a-brac shops. So in town, Mulder and Scully ask around about the kindred. They go to this photo framing shop and get a few photos of the kindred, who let's just say they memorize these faces for a bit later. These photos are from like the 1920s, so coming up to like 80 years ago.
Yeah.
They see the kindred riding past on one of their horse and carts, and they enter one of those Colwyn Bay bric-a-brac shops. They leave one dude outside to watch the horse. This dude is Brother Andrew. So Mulder goes into, I don't know, you don't see what Mulder does. He like sort of goes in, I assume he questions some of the guys in the shop, or he's just watching them or whatever. But we never see what Mulder does. Yeah. So we stay outside with Scully and Brother Andrew. And Scully tries talking to him, and he acts really awkward. He acts like this is the first time he's ever seen a woman. He's like, oh, I'm not really supposed to speak to you. Or like looking down at the ground really awkwardly.
He reacts how most X-Files fans would react when a woman talks to him. He's just like,
so Scully, she introduces herself and she very awkwardly shakes hands with him, and she is just mesmerised. She's like falling in love with him straight away.
He's got that special thumb.
special thumb trick.
Yeah, that's it.
for the clit. Yeah, so Mulder comes out of the store and he's like, what the fuck are you doing, Scully? And she is like so turned on. Mulder's like, hey Scully, what's that puddle you're standing in? She just introduced herself to this dude and she's like instantly in love or lust with him, and the kindred leave, but Scully is like staring him down, making eye contact with him, and she's like, I am gonna fuck him this episode. She makes a silent vow to herself that she's gonna bang Brother Andrew.
Yeah, but it's not because she wants to.
It's not because she wants to. It's because what is it with these kindred? They're absolute like sex machines.
They are. They love banging. Well, maybe, I don't know. Banging each other.
No. I think what it is with the kindred is they have this power. Well, we'll get into it a bit later on. They have this power, but they are like Amish and Quakers, so they don't have sex because they don't need to. Because I think, are they like immortal? I don't know.
Yeah. These ones are.
Yeah. So Mulder and Scully try to look for the kindred's settlement. So they travel through the woods and they get ambushed like they're in Predator. The group like jump out of them and they force them to surrender their guns. If they want to have a conversation with the kindred, they have to surrender their guns. Otherwise, they're free to go. These guys aren't bad guys per se. Well, they're not bad guys at all. They're just an odd religious cult.
No.
Odd religious group. Sorry, not cult. Not cult.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll talk about cults a little bit later on. But
good.
So, like, I was thinking about this, and they're more like a commune, aren't they? Rather than cult. Yeah, because like I wouldn't say the Amish people are cultists at all. From what I've seen, they seem like really nice people. And I remember watching a documentary about this family and this guy who they had a lot of money and he gave all his money away because he was like, I don't need it. And then he got excommunicated, and then his daughter got cancer, and it was just like, fuck, But that was like a big eye opener for these kind of communities and stuff. Have you seen the videos of them dancing?
No,
they're absolutely wild. It's fucking amazing. I'll send you one later. They can dance. I'm telling you. I think the Amish people. Yeah.
They can probably dance better than most white people can. Clicking their fingers to the fucking Lighthouse family. So Mulder and Scully reluctantly agree to hand over their weapons to one of the leaders, who is, did you catch her name?
Who's that, sorry? I was thinking about the Lighthouse family.
The leader of the kindreds is Sister Abigail.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah. And I was thinking a bit later on when they're walking, they've all got the lanterns, like they're walking like the Wyatt family.
Oh, fucking hell. I didn't even click with that. Jesus. Yeah, nice. Ugh.
So R.I.P. Bray, R.I.P. Brody.
Yeah. Sorry for that noise I just made. I went like, "Arr!" It's because I just got like shivers and goosebumps when you said like the lanterns and all that. It just made me feel something.
So at dinner, Scully sits next to Brother Andrew, because of course she does, and she cannot take her eyes off him. He is turning her on. She's just like, got a hand on his leg, and she's like, oh, Brother Andrew, let me sit next to you.
Giving him a pokey bum wank under the table. I thought he looked a little bit like Mulder as well. Like,
he does resemble David Duchovny, the actor does, yeah.
He does, a slightly melted face version.
And he's got that same sort of like almost lost little boy thing Mulder has going on.
Yeah. Sparkle in his eyes. Kind of.
So Mulder and Scully try to get information about the murders that are happening back in the city from this group, but basically this group are like experts in psychology, and they just trick him into answering. They end up asking them questions, and Mulder answers every single question. Like, yeah, it's such and such, just like freely opening. And as they're walking back to their car later on, Mulder's like, "Hey, wait a minute, we answered all their questions. They didn't tell us anything. I'm going back there, Scully."
Yeah. At this point though, it's probably quite late at night. It's pissing down with rain.
Yeah.
And they're like, Scully's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm going fucking back, mate. I'm turning off this lantern and I'm going back." And it's like, to this Resident Evil 4 looking fucking village.
I know.
Stay away from this place, Mulder. I know. Just leave it.
Well, this is what I've got now. So Mulder goes back to the commune and he finds the kindred entering a barn, and he watches as they perform some kind of fucking Resident Evil 4 religious ceremony. They're like the cult from Resident Evil 4 at this point. They're like, yeah. They disappear from the barn, so Mulder sneaks into the barn to take a look in their cellar, and he finds them. What are they doing here? There's a body on an altar, and they're rubbing hot wax onto the naked body. And
so it's the guy who choked at dinner.
Right, okay.
Scully wanted to save.
Right, yeah.
But they said, do not interfere. So I assume he is dead, but Mulder later says that he was alive. But it's not, I don't think it's wax, it's clay that they're rubbing on him, because they basically get their own clay, don't they, from the mountains or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're rubbing the magic clay all over him and put him into some kind of hole or something.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure. Did they say that he's changed gender later on?
Yeah, Mulder says, I saw him change gender to a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so when Mulder sees the body, it opens his eyes and looks at him, and it's changed sex. But I thought it was still a man at this point. So I thought it was a woman that had turned into a man. Like,
I don't remember seeing the change. I just remember seeing, like... I actually had to go back and watch this because I had another tab open. I was reading it now. Yeah. But yeah, I don't remember seeing this. I went back and watched it, and I couldn't...
So while all this is going on, Scully is taken away by Brother Andrew, who is... going to tell her what's going on with the killer back in the city. And she's more than happy to go anywhere that he asks, because she's an absolute horn dog for him. She's like, why don't you tell me in your bedroom?
Yeah, with our pants off.
Why don't we take all our clothes off in your bedroom, but then you can tell me, Brother Andrew. And he's like, yeah, sure. So Brother Andrew explains that the killer is named Brother Marty and is a former member of the kindred, and he and Brother Andrew were best friends. And Brother Andrew actually says this line. He says, "There's something about Marty," and I was hoping the next scene would have Scully like with her hair sticking straight up like Cameron Diaz. So Andrew explains that Marty left the kindred to go out into the big wide world of sinners after they both found some porno mags in a hedge, which is a time-honoured tradition amongst British teenagers. For those of you listening in the US, this happens all the time in this country.
It really does, though. Like every little place that we used to go to was like, even before we were teenagers, there would be a shit ton of old ass newspapers that have been passed down generations of teenagers of just women with their tits out and like call lines and adverts and all that stuff. Do you remember the bomb shelter?
Yeah,
that's the bomb shelter.
That's where I found my first. That's where I found my first one. There was a girl that looked exactly like Sarah Michelle Gellar in it, and I was like, ooh.
Damn. Nice.
Yeah, so this porno trend exposed Brother Marty to the temptations of the outside world, so he left the kindred to go out to the city and become a serial shagger, basically.
He became Party Marty.
Yeah. Scully and Brother Andrew have a kiss, and they are ready to bang. And Mulder interrupts, and he's like, "Get off her!"
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be more like a sexual assault than a mutual kind of passionate kiss or anything. He's just on top of her, and she's just like frozen.
Yeah, she's paralysed by what's the word? Horniness, I suppose. There's no way if he didn't have this pheromone powers that she'd be consenting to this. So
no, it's supernatural sexual assault.
But like as Mulder's leading Scully out, like by the scruff of the neck, he's walking out with her, and she looks absolutely gutted. she's like, I don't know what I was going to do. She's got a massive case of blue balls now.
Yeah. She has no recollection of what's just happened, does she?
No.
I don't know.
And
then she vomits everywhere.
Yeah, and it would have killed her as well, because, like, Brother Marty his victims have all been dying afterwards, so this surely would have killed Scully, because Brother Andrew and Brother Marty, they're pretty much the same. So. Yeah.
This is why I think, though, they all are.
Yeah.
This is why I don't think they procreate. That's why they say there's no children here. They stay away, they don't have sex, because they don't want to hurt anyone, and they know that having sex will kill people. That's what I reckon, anyway.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. They've got no need to do it, because they are all immortal for some reason.
Pretty much, yeah.
But can they all change gender?
I think so, yeah.
They've all got the ability to do that, yeah.
I think so, yeah. I think that just Party Marty is the one who's just gone off.
He's the wild one, isn't he? Yeah.
He likes banging, and he knows that it'll kill people, but he's going to do it anyway.
Yeah. So while all this has been going on, Party Marty in male form picks up a girl at a nightclub again, and later on goes back to the nightclub and picks up another dude named Michael while he's in female form, and she nearly fucks him to death in this car. But she's interrupted by a cop who she beats up and then runs away. And Michael's like looking out the window, and he wasn't banged enough to die, just a little bit. It was on top of the clothes. So he's like vomits, and he's hospitalised, but he's still alive. Did you recognise the actor playing Michael?
I guess.
Fuck, I was like...
Krychek.
Fucking Krychek!
Yeah.
We'll be seeing more of him next series. Can't wait for Krychek to come into it.
Yeah.
He gives them information, and they find... I don't know how they find Brother Marty's apartment building, but they find him in a room about to kill again, but he escapes outside in female form, I think, at this point.
Female at first, yeah. Because Party Marty is seducing a dude. So Party Marty is wearing female knickers and a t-shirt and socks or whatever.
Ah, yes.
And then once Party Marty attacks Scully, she runs outside, then turns into the dude version in front of Mulder, like full-on shapeshifts in front of him.
While still wearing all the female clothes, so looking like Eddie Izzard.
Yeah.
Or is Eddie Izzard Susan Izzard now?
Eddie Izzard has...
fully transitioned.
Yeah.
So Scully has Brother Marty at gunpoint, and out of nowhere, the Kindred just arrive. They literally come out the shadows, and the entire group of them just rugby tackle Brother Marty to the floor. They just there he is, get him!
They were like the shadow ghosts from the film Ghost, you know?
Yeah.
Ones that drag people down to hell. And because they just see the shadows of them on the wall, and then they just appear and just grab him. And then the confrontation happens, which I'm sure we'll talk about, but then after that, they just disappear, like in the form of shadows just down the wall.
Yeah, it's really, really creepy.
It is, it's very creepy, yeah.
But Scully's got the gun aimed at Brother Andrew, and she's like, unhand him, and he's like, no, we need to give out our justice to him, basically. And he just gives her a massive slap. He just leathers her one for good measure. He's like, see you, Scully.
Yeah, because Mulder comes out the door, that distracts her. For some reason, she turns around, and instead of swooning at her, like you think he's going to do, he's just like, whoosh,
fucking
straight across the fuck. I know, it's like, dude.
So the Kindreds all disappear into the... Go on.
No, that's what I was going to say. And then they all shadow vanish away down the wall. And it's very creepy.
It is.
Very cool.
So the feds raid the Kindred compound, and they find it abandoned with all the tunnels blocked up and sealed up. Like Mulder goes into the barn, he finds the ceremonial place where he went earlier in the episode is all just literally like concreted over, which is mad.
It's probably clay though.
Yeah, but there's no way you're ever getting back down in there. And they...
Big ass drill, maybe.
They search the compound. Is that in the FBI budget? Giant ass drill.
Big ass drill, maybe. I don't know.
They could use the drill from ice that they used to drill down into the ice core. Yeah. So the episode ends when Mulder and Scully walk out into this field of hay, and there is a massive crop circle, which implies that the Kindred have all escaped using a flying saucer, and that they themselves may have been extraterrestrial, or at least had access to extraterrestrial technology. The episode ends there. There's no wrap up. It's literally Mulder wandering around the field like, what the fuck is this? I thought it was a really powerful ending. Loved it.
That shot was fucking great.
Yeah,
just
it was.
Like the high angle shot of them two just in the crop circle.
Yeah. Yeah, brilliant.
Oh man, that is what I'm all about with this TV show, you know. Also, talking about great shots, you know, the shot where she runs out into the alleyway and she, just before they come out and tackle the guy, before the door bursts open and she runs out of it, it's just like a shot of the alleyway and there's rain and the steam coming out of the floor and then like an old ass car drives past. I was like, oh my God, that is like my favourite kind of image. Just an American city alleyway with rain. Oh, it's fucking so good. I love it.
Really atmospheric. Great.
Yeah. But back to that final shot. Oh, so good. The crop circle and just them in the... Oh, yes. I love it.
It was making me think of like, was it Heaven's Gate that all drank the Kool-Aid to die because they thought their spirit was going to ascend to that ship that was following the Hale-Bopp comet? I think that is a mad story. So weird.
Do you remember the speeches that they did? And he's like, human life is about to expire and all that shit. Yeah. I remember I made a hip hop track years ago with like samples from that speech.
Oh, did
with
you?
His voice intertwined with the music. Yeah, I lost it because it was on like an old laptop, but I might have to redo that after you saying that now. Yeah.
The thing is, though, this episode was filmed and aired before that Heaven's Gate stuff happened because I think that happened around 97. This is 1994. Yeah, I think we're in 94 on our X-Files timeline now.
Wait there, am I mixing up Heaven's Gate with the other cult? That was 97. I think I'm mixing that up, right? Hold on. Alien Death Cult. God, my search history today is like, oh, not a movie.
There's the Branch Davidians as well, which I don't think were... I don't think they were a UFO cult.
Right, no, I am thinking of Heaven's Gate, yeah. Because I remember the guy, Marshall
Applewhite, yeah. He's a very distinctive looking face.
Were these the ones that wore the Nike trainers?
The purple Nikes, yes. These were the ones that were poisoned themselves.
Yeah. They had to stop selling. They were black and white ones. They had to take these off the market. Nike Decades, 1993. No, you're thinking of the image of someone covered in a purple blanket.
Oh right, yeah, of course, yeah. Oh my God, that's a Mandela effect here. Oh my God, I've got very similar Nikes to these. I didn't realise they were black and white. I always thought they were purple. That's mad.
Yeah, black and white, yeah.
Yeah, so very powerful episode. Yes. I thought there was more of the episode with Scully and Mulder trying to track down the killer in the city, but this was all basically they're out in the sticks with the kindred. Yeah. So I loved it. I love like cult shit. I was thinking of like when they're all walking to the barn. I was thinking of the film Kill List.
Ooh, yeah. I'm a huge fan of cults and like not like what they do, but
oh yeah,
researching it and learning about and media. You know, like as I say, Resident Evil 4, one of the best games ever. Cults. Yeah. The Last of Us, there's a cult in that. Yeah, I'm just naming video games. But yeah, always a big fan of cults.
Yeah,
wouldn't mind joining one day, maybe.
Nah.
We'll see.
I am going to say that I preferred this to the last episode, to Beyond the Sea.
Okay.
Yeah, I really had a lot of time for this episode. Yeah, I thought it was great.
See, I think I would have enjoyed this more if I watched it before Beyond the Sea, because I was still thinking about Beyond the Sea and how much that like impacted me and like how much I liked it and stuff.
Yeah.
And then this was, to be fair, I watched it this morning as soon as I woke up, and I was like half asleep, and I was like, bah. So, but I did really enjoy it, and I didn't remember it at all. So I will definitely go back to it, and I would 100% recommend this to anybody. Really good Monster of the Week episode, you know. I wasn't looking forward to the Monster of the Weeks that much because I'm so into the myth arc, but nah, it was fucking great. Solid 9 out of 10.
Yeah, loved it. Have you got any trivia about this episode that you'd like to share with the world?
Oh, yes, I do, Dan. Okay. The first X-Files appearance of Nicholas Lee before taking on the role of Alec Krycek. Oh, and this is something I was going to mention as well, this next one. The big painting shown a few times on the wall in the discotheque is a copy of a painting by H.R. Geiger. Steveston is a real town located in Richmond, British Columbia, and also doubles as Storybrooke, Maine in Once Upon a Time 2011. I've never seen that. In fact, the popular Granny's Diner, Cannery Cafe in real life, as seen in the episode, is first spotted behind Mulder and Scully at 9 minutes 32. Fuck it hell. First episode to be directed by Rob Bowman. He would go on to direct 33 more episodes in the series, and of course was also handed the plum assignment of directing the first feature film, The X-Files 1998. Interesting. The X-Files has often been compared to the movie Silence of the Lambs. Brent Hinckley, brother Andrew, played Officer Murray in the movie.
Did not know that.
Didn't recall that. No, I haven't seen Silence of the Lambs for ages.
I didn't know that because he doesn't have a clickable name on Wikipedia, so I couldn't check anything he was in.
He was in Seinfeld as well, apparently.
Yeah, then.
That's all the trivia of the week. There's only like 4 pieces of trivia, 5 pieces.
Oh, well.
So there you go.
Thank you for the trivia.
So, no problem. I can make up for it because I've got a bunch of other shit that I'm going to talk about now. So are you ready for this?
Hit me.
So my thought process for spooky story of the week was to look into different types of communes, and without again, a lot of articles and that are fucking bollocks trying to read through and get all the proper details. So I've got a few different ones here which I'll read out to you quickly. So Damanhur, Italy, founded in 1975. This spiritual community lives in temples built into the mountain and believes in communicating with beings on other planets. So that sounds cool. We got Auroville, India, an experimental town founded in 1968 as a place for people of all nationalities to live together beyond political, religious and national borders, with a focus on a lifestyle without private property or centralized government. That sounds lovely.
It does.
Doesn't it? Nagoro, Japan. This village is known as the Valley of the Dolls because life-sized scarecrow dolls created by residents now outnumber the few remaining human inhabitants, who are mostly elderly. That's pretty cool as well. We have the Farm, USA, founded in 1971 by Stephen F. Gaskin. This was one of the largest communes, initially focused on a socialist ideology with communal ownership of goods, although this aspect was later abandoned. Might pronounce this incorrectly, the Haenyeo community in South Korea, community of female divers who work together to harvest seafood from the ocean. And the last one on this little list is the Kasi community from India, a traditional matriarchal society where inheritance and property are passed down through the women of the family. Okay.
I'm not entirely against these sort of societies that believe that the big wide world is a bunch of evil shit, because they're right. So it's not a bad idea if they want to separate off from society and form their own society and live their own spiritual lives. Then yeah, good for them, I think.
I agree. Yeah, I think I believe massively in freedom and freedom of choice and stuff, as long as it's not horrible abuse like a lot of cults. So people like the Amish people and that, their society is older than what we would class as modern society now. They just didn't evolve like we did, follow everyone else in their footsteps. But yeah, I haven't got anything against communes that live peacefully and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
They don't live in a world that has do you remember a couple of years ago when everyone was into NFTs?
Oh, God.
How stupid is that? And we all had to deal with that. And they don't live in a world with Donald Trump constantly being beamed into your head 24/7. And they don't live in a world where people are going on and on about AI and the dangers AI poses to the world or how it's going to benefit. None of that stupid shit. They don't have any of this psychic damage happening to them on a daily basis.
Someone told me yesterday, they went, "Oh, hey, Paul, Taylor Swift's just got engaged." I was like...
Yeah.
It was news,
just fuck off. Just fuck off.
I know. This is why I mostly stay off the internet. I use YouTube and that for my stories that I like and podcasts and music and that, but mostly I avoid all that shit. So as I was just saying, and I'm great for them, for people who live in those kind of lifestyles and all that, and as long as they're not hurting anyone. However, I'm going to tell you a little story about a cult that you commune, but they are actually a cult, that you probably know about, called the Anthill Kids, led by Roche Theriot. It's like a French pronunciation. I don't speak French. This next segment is going to contain some disgusting, gross shit involving the Anthill Kids and the abuse that they went through. If you want to skip through this part, absolutely do so, and I advise you to, around 5 minutes or so. In the mid-1970s, Theriot convinced a group of people to leave their jobs and homes, join him in a religious movement. He formed the cult in 1977 in Sainte-Marie, Quebec, with the goal to form a commune where people could freely listen to his motivational speeches, live in unity and equality, and be free of sin. Sin. He prohibited the group from remaining in contact with their families and with the Seventh-day Adventist Church, as this was against the cult's values of freedom. His fear of the end of the world grew, claiming that God had warned him that it would come in February 1979. and used the commune to prepare for it. In 1978, in preparation, he moved his commune by hiking to a mountainside called Eternal Mountain in Hope, not Hope in North Wales, in the sparsely populated Gaspé Peninsula, where he claimed they could all be saved. There, he made the commune build their own town while he relaxed, comparing them to ants working in an anthill and naming the group the Anthill Kids. In February 1979, when the apocalypse did not occur, fucking surprise, surprise, people started questioning his wisdom. Hey, wait a minute, weren't we supposed to all fucking die last month? But he defended himself by saying that time on Earth and in God's world were not parallel, and that therefore it was a miscalculation. Oh fuck,
Well, if he's such a guru, then why didn't he adjust for the time difference? Why didn't he calculate in dog years?
Fuck yeah. To expand the community as well as keep the members devoted, he married and impregnated all of the women in the commune, fathering over 20 children with nine female members of the group. By the 1980s, there were nearly 40 members. Followers were made to wear identical tunics to represent equality and their devotion commune. In 1984, the group relocated to Quebec. Right. So, do you know much about what happened within this group?
No.
Some of the weird shit that he did?
No, go on.
I'm just going to try and skim over it and find something. Over time, his punishments became increasingly extreme and violent, including making members break their own legs with sledgehammers, sit on lit stoves, shoot each other in the shoulders, and eat dead mice and feces. A follower would sometimes be asked to cut off another follower's toes with wire cutters to prove loyalty. The abuse extended to the children who were essayed, held over fires, or nailed to trees while other children threw stones at them.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell. He attempted to backtrack to the original religious mission of the commune, beginning to strongly believe in purifying his followers and ridding them of their sins through abusive purification sessions where the members would be completely nude as he whipped and beat them. He claimed to be a holy being and started performing unnecessary amateur surgical operations on sick members to demonstrate his healing powers. These, quotations, surgeries included injecting 94% ethanol solution into stomach or performing circumcisions on children and adults of the group. In 1987, social workers removed 17 of the children from the commune. However, he faced no repercussions for his abusive acts. This is just the tip of the iceberg with this shit, man. Honestly, it's absolutely
let's not go into it too detailed here. If you want to look into that, anybody that's listening, I'm sure you can find more details. We're not just going to read salacious, horrible facts over the air.
No.
Right, that brings us to the end of the episode. So thank you everybody for listening to Gender Bender. We will be back next episode with episode 15, Lazarus. So do you remember this one, Paul?
No, I don't remember any.
No.
Any at all? No, I do. I remember a lot, but the Mozzarella ones I don't remember that much. So I'm looking forward to. I'll probably remember it as it happens and all that. But I'm going into it blind as always. And,
so we've got two Monster of the Week episodes coming up, and then we've got a Myth Arc one for you.
Yeah, baby. Sweet. No, but I am enjoying these Monster of the Week episodes. Like they're getting really so. Yeah.
Well, there's only 10 episodes left of this entire season, so.
Yeah, we are on fire.
We're on fire.
We're on fire, like episode 12.
Oh, I just got you. Right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We'll see you next time. Goodbye and good night.